Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
In this video, I'm going to share with you a real life incident that happened with a client of mine, which didn't go happily ever after, as most of my clients are. This is one of those rare stories which I chose not to speak about, or rather, I choose not to share, simply because I don't take any pleasure in anyone's failure or things not working out. I generally like to have a happily ever after ending. But why this incident came, or why I decided to share this story, I will explain in this video. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist who helps people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, especially UAE, that is Dubai, because I was there for 40 years, and people book my coaching consulting for personal and professional matters, whether short-term, long-term, or a package that we agree on. So this client was one of my long-term clients. Okay, this individual or gentleman was my long-term client, and well, you'll be surprised to know that he actually got in touch with me when he was pretty young. He was still in school. I'll not give you specifics because I want to keep his identity anonymous. I still respect whatever was shared between us is still confidential, and I'll honor my part of the deal. I do not like to, just because I have a platform, take advantage of it. So anyway, so I'll change a few key details, but I'll share the important ones with you, key details in terms of his identity. So this young man was, those days he was going to high school. This is when I was in Dubai. I was a big, buffed up bodybuilder, very strong powerlifter. So this squeaky young, like he would come up to this height, okay, and very skinny boy, very, very, very skinny boy. But he was from a very well-to-do family, and I don't know how he got in touch with me. I can't recollect, but he connected with me on Facebook. Those days I had a YouTube channel, but not very active. But he would still, follow me, admire me, and those days I used to make videos for young boys and girls who used to go to school on how to study. That CBSE is not everything. You can check some of my old videos. So he saw one of those videos, and I guess that is how he got in touch with me, or maybe got inspired by that. But he used to always say, when you go to the gym, please, I want to come. And his father used to drive him a long distance just to spend time with me in the gym. And his father also was like, he used to admire me, even though I had these tattoos. And he was very comfortable that his son was following me, or maybe because he never had many friends. He was an introvert. He was being made fun of. He was being bullied at school. So he would always talk to me. And those days, I was not charging per hour or anything like that. And eventually, thanks to the father, his father said, I would like my son to be coached by you, mentored by you, because I was to do the training. But the training was a kind of a round circle format that I was to do in my house, in my living room, twice a week, or once a week sometimes, and sometimes in a hotel. We used to book the conference hall. So even though he was so young, he wanted to be part of all this. He felt a sense of belonging, and he wanted to improve. But after he came for one or two sessions, he decided he wanted personal one-on-one, which he felt more comfortable. And he also wanted to join me for exercise. So his father decided that he would pay me more for the exclusive one-to-one sessions. And well, it was good money. I'll be honest with you, it was good money. But more than that, I enjoyed the fact that he was very humble, very likable. He was a good boy. He was a very, very good boy. Remember, he was in high school. So this relationship continued for, I guess, 1.5, 2 years. And every time he would like to know what exercise to do for arms and muscles and back and shoulders and chest and this and that and everything. And I would always keep it clean because I didn't want him to get into steroids and all the rest. And even girls, he wanted to go to nightclubs. He wanted to, obviously a young man, he would open up to me, but not to his father. He would say that I want to sleep around, I want to have sex with this girl, should I pay? I would say, no, don't get into all this. So I try to be a good role model. However, after some time, I guess he had to go to college. Rich family, I told you. So he had to go abroad. So we had to discontinue the coaching relationship. And then I had to leave Dubai and I came down here to Thailand. So there was this massive gap between the time that we didn't get in touch. And, the internet is a very small place, it's a very small world. And one fine day, I get this friend's request. And this is the time where I just came to Thailand. I was just setting up my new format of coaching online and all that. He got in touch with me and he wanted, at first, I didn't recognize him because the profile picture was that of a man totally bearded and beefed up, like it was a massive, huge guy, a professional bodybuilder. No? So I was like, who the hell is this? And professional. And after I added him up, I found out that this was the same guy. Just imagine the skinny boy who I was mentoring during his high school. He went abroad to the West and somehow went into this bodybuilding lifestyle. And now he was a bodybuilder. And I'll tell you, he was huge. He was massive. He was like at my biggest, he was even bigger than me. And I was big, like I was not a professional bodybuilder. I still had a lot of fat and, but he was like, he had six pack, a perfect six pack, but he was bigger than me. So it was obvious he was on steroids. It was 100%. And his face had become so broad and, he looked like Macho Man Randy Savage. He didn't even look like he was in his 20s. He looked like he was older than me, that much. And he was growing bald, so he shaved his head. He was wearing these earrings. He was looking tough and rough. And so he added me. And when he told me it was him, I was shocked. I was literally shocked. I was like, bloody hell. And then the first question I asked him, straight off, first question I asked him is, what steroids are you taking, man? What gear are you on? And immediately he is like, come on, Loy, I thought you were better than this. I didn't know you are also jealous and envious and you also doubt me. I immediately told him, say, listen, kiddo, for me, you're a small kid. Whether you'll always be a small kid. That's how I see you as. I've been doing bodybuilding from the age of 16 and today I'm, nearly in my 40s. I'm not new to this game. So you want to keep our conversations real as we had that trust, then say, call a spade a spade. But if you want me to play the diplomatic game and fake it and all that, I said, I'm not interested to have the conversation, then we can just say bye bye. We don't need to even keep in touch. When he realized that, if he wanted to maintain the relationship, to keep it truthful, finally he said, okay, but can I talk to you first on? I said, go ahead, give me a call. So he spoke to me. He didn't want to put anything in writing. He said, yeah, I do take steroids, but you know why I took. I said, it doesn't matter why you took steroids. You have various reasons. I just want to know what is the steroids you're on. So he gave me the list. I said, okay, just be careful of this. So he's like, yeah, I know. I've been taking it for many years and all that. But then when I saw his social media, he was promoting himself as a natural bodybuilder and literally arguing with people left, right, and center that he was natural, but he was not. And he told me the reason he didn't want to tell anyone because then it looked like he's cheating and all that. I said, look, those people are uneducated. Even if you do take steroids, you are not cheating. You still have to work hard. You still have to control your diet. You still have to be disciplined. So I said, nothing but respect. So the conversation ended up well. He did tell me that he would want to take my coaching again. I was totally fine. I was like, yeah. And he said, he'll speak to me at a later date. And true to his word, he did call me up. I think he said, "Are you free now? Can we talk?" I said, "Yeah, fine, go ahead." Mind you, this guy is still in his 20s. I'm in my 40s. So there's a 20 age gap. He said, "I want to know what are your coaching charges and all." When I told him, "Oh, bloody hell, you've become so expensive, man." I said, "Well, that's what my current rate is." He's saying, "Who the hell pays you?" So I kind of noticed his tone was very sarcastic, was more like, "And who the hell would want to pay you?" and all that. So I just let it be. I didn't want to, talk to him as if he was someone new, because I wouldn't tolerate this kind of shit from anyone else. But because we had that long-standing relation, I still, like, there are people who definitely pay me. He's like, "Man, you're charging like 5, 10 times more than before." I said, "Yeah, that is my market value today." He's saying, like, "What the hell do you know so much, man? Come on." Like, and I let him know, it went to a point where finally I didn't find it amusing anymore or funny anymore. I said, "See, listen, whatever his name was, I told him, I just need to put a couple of things into perspective before we go further." I told him, "When you met me, you are in your schooling days as a young boy, school, and I was not a professional full-time coach, but I was coaching people. Today, you're a young man. Me, on the other hand, I've not only gotten married, have a kid, I'm at a different level in my career, in my personal and professional life. I have a lot of responsibilities. Today, people who want to take my services for mentoring, my price was here. Today, it's 10 times more. I have a few clients. Before, I had many clients, but less money and less savings. Today, I have very few clients, but a lot more money and lot more savings. Okay. And I deal with only people who are high net worth, who can afford my fees. Like, for example, just to give you a perspective, maybe before I charge $5. I'm just saying $5 for 1 hour. Today I charge maybe $500 just for that same 1 hour. So I told him, uh, I've changed, just as you have changed. Physically, you are a skinny boy before, maybe you were 40 kilos, but today you are maybe at 80, 90 kilos, 100 kilos, whatever, with pure muscle. Okay. And last but not the least, I said, I do not like the tone that you use, as if you're talking to your own age group, as if I'm someone below you. So if we can't agree on this, then I prefer that, we have a long-standing relationship. I don't want it to spoil. We can just shake hands and you go your way, and I go mine. So after I told him that, well, to my surprise, I don't think I said anything rude or anything. I guess it was the roid rage or whatever. He just said, wait, stop, stop, stop. He's saying, "Yo, dude." He started going, "Yo, dude, do you know who the fuck you're talking to?" That was his tone. I said, "Sorry?" Like, for me, it was like, From where did that come from? He's like, "Do you know who the fuck you're talking to?" I said, I presume, is the same old young man who I have known all those years, who I mentored as my student. Yeah, yeah. That's why you're making a mistake. He's saying, "You don't know who the fuck you're talking to." And then he went on, I got this championship, that championship, I met this bodybuilder, I met that bodybuilder, I met this successful guy, that successful guy. Today girls are dying for me. Before I didn't have girls. Today guys shiver and they get afraid of me. Today I have gang friends, I have this, I have that. He just went on. I let him blow his steam. He says, "And those days, maybe I used to look at you as a god, and you are doing 100 kilos for chest and all that." I was like, "Wow, man, dude, today I can lift you and the 100 bloody kilos. Okay. So you're not as great as you think." He just went on, and I was like, I just kept quiet. I just let him be, let him say his piece. So after he finished, he said, "Are you still there? You listening to me?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead. Just finish off what you have to say." Finally, after he let it out, so I said, "Okay." After he finished, that is after, I said, "So now, what's next?" He's saying, that is why he told me, I thought I was dealing with someone who treats me as his equal. I'm not under you. Do you understand? I'm not under you. I'm not lower than you. You're not greater than me. So if you want to talk to me, mano mano, I'm game. But if you're going to, you think you're some big hot shot and all that, I'm not going to take your fucking shit, man. I was like, I don't know what got him pissed off and triggered and all that. He said, do you know I can even give you advice? What steroid to take? What bodybuilding to do? What exercise? How much? Man, your shape is totally shit. I can literally show you my abs right now, and my skin is 2%, 3% body fat, and whatever, blah, blah. He went on. Okay. I listened, and finally he said, so I said, okay, to understand, your proposal is that you'll coach me, okay, whatever, advise me, and it'll be a barter deal. I'll coach you, you'll coach me. So we both are like exchanging ideas. Exactly. He said, yeah, you help me with my brand and help me to make money and help me reach out and what you have, and I'll teach you how to get back in good health, because right now you look like crap and this and that. And he went on. He's saying, so you will be my student. He's telling me, you'll be my student. You listen to what I have to say. And when I do ask for advice, you will give me your ideas. So I just said, okay, fine. I said, I appreciate. Thank you for the proposal. I'll get back to you. That's right. He said, okay. When can I expect you to give me a call? I said, when I do feel I'm ready. Okay, fine. You let me know. I'm waiting for your call. You get back to me. He told me, fine. I said, thanks. And that was the end of the call. Now, for those of you who know me, would know for a fact that, number one, I take a lot of pride in my work. I take a lot of pride in my brand. I take a lot of pride in my teaching. And if I respect a mentor, or I'll be really humble, I'll be like, sir, and I'll take profanity, bad words, whatever. But when you're the student, don't don't expect me to, be like, crawl and take crap, the honor which only I would give to my mentor. So he, being a student, he was expecting me to put him on that pedestal. The second thing is, I didn't come to him for coaching, or he came to me. And third one is, the only thing which he had was bodybuilding. I didn't need anything of bodybuilding. I never asked him also. I don't know what gave him that impression. And fourth one is, he expected me to be in awe of him, which I was not. I was not at all in any awe, at all in awe of him. So I kept quiet, and I mean, what did he offer me? He said, you teach me personal branding. In exchange for, I'll make you a big bodybuilder, or girls, or whatever. None of it which was of interest to me. I'm 46, man. Come on. I was in my 40s when he contacted me. So finally, when I didn't respond to him, after a few days, but mind you, he had disrespected me, he had used profanity, I realized it was not the same boy who I was talking to. And so I unfriended him from my social media, simply because I thought I was dealing with the same old guy, same old boy, but it was not. So I didn't need to. So I unfriended him. And I think it was a week or something, or 10 days. And then he was like, he actually responded with profanity. You mother, this thing, you motherfucker, you insecure bastard, and all that. I don't know why the hell did he get angry. It was definitely his. You deleted me. How dare you? Who the fuck you think you are? And I'm going to expose you as being this charlatan coach who doesn't know any fucking thing. You think you're a bodybuilder, you're a nothing. I don't know what got into him. And my thing is very simple. Yeah. I mean, if you're not my client, I'm not going to take your crap. I just blocked him. Very simple. I mean, like, out of the blue, you're just, and you're upset, you're pissed off because I deleted you. So he tried from Facebook, it didn't work. He got my number from YouTube. He was sending me there also. There also I blocked him. Then he didn't stop. He went to email and, you this, you that. I was like, email, you send me whatever I want. I can just put it at spam. Fine. Everything was done. I decided I don't want to be in touch with him. His ego was very hurt. And finally, I guess it was done. I don't know from what happened, but some time ago, I got this Facebook request again. And this was his account. Again, him. I was like, didn't I just block him some time ago, a couple of years ago? And what I realized is he created a new account. And then to search, I found his email. He had sent me a message, but sometimes it goes in the spam. And for me, if I don't know you're not connected, it'll automatically go to the spam. And because of these emails and all other places where he tried to abuse, I'd blocked him. So I never got a notification. It was straight away going to the spam. So when I checked the spam, a long, lengthy this thing, he's like, hey, hi man, how are you? And all that. And my social media account was blocked and banned because apparently he was dealing with steroids. And that's a violation of social media. And he was giving advice on steroids and all that. So his Facebook page, which he had apparently 100,000 people following, got blocked and deleted. And his Facebook, because of violation, got blocked. And he had the same temper that he showed me. Nobody's going to take your shit. So he lost his Facebook, he lost his all social media. I think Twitter, he lost his Instagram, everything. And he had to start from zero. So now he was reaching out to everyone, and he decided to reach out to me, and he was like, I'm sorry, I had temper and all that, and this and that. I would just like to add you back. It'll be nice to be friends. Now, for me, once I break up with you, I don't give second chances. So he was just hanging there as request to confirm. And finally, just a few days ago, I received a message from him from a different email. So obviously that came to my email. Others it would go to spam. He said he was going through depression. He was going through a broken relationship. He was going through a little bit of financial trouble because he had taken loans for cars and this and that for showing off. Things are not working out in his family. And, I told you before, he was a well-to-do business. It seems his father's business was not doing well also. So he had problems in all these areas. And he wanted to come back as a student for coaching. He needed a mentor. He needed someone to help him untangle his life. It seems he was still doing bodybuilding, but all other areas were imperfect. Business and brand and relationship. I think he got engaged and it broke up or something. It was really killing him inside. But now here's the sad part. For me, once I break up with someone, once I end a relationship, it's like glass, it's like trust. If it breaks, you can't join it back. You can't glue it back. Try gluing a glass. It doesn't work out, man. The problem with him was he thought his initial success of bodybuilding, of his business or his father's money or whatever, he was really climbing up. But then there's something like they call emotional intelligence or longevity, consistency. You have to learn how to handle business. You have to learn how to handle success. You have to learn how to handle fame. Just having 18 or 20-inch arms and hot girls with you, or the girl you think she loves you, that's not the end. That's just the beginning of more responsibilities. And because he was into smoking and drinking and going to clubs with this hot girl, which obviously he's also hot looking, she also hot looking. So he spent a lot of money on her, and well, she dumped him when he showed his temper to her. And so now his life was breaking apart. And because it was a very heartfelt message, he said, he also shared with me that, I'm not able to handle the pressure and this thing. I'm going into depression. And I just told him that I totally empathize with you. I totally understand. It's a very tough time. And he was ready to pay me. He said, you just tell me what is your amount, I'll pay you. Start the coaching. Sadly, I had to say no, because I know through my experience that once after things break up, once after things don't work out, initially it may work a little bit, but I know that he's going to go back to his same old ways, especially because he's smoking, he's drinking, he is hardcore into steroids, and I don't know if he does weed and all that, and he is also into all the vices of girls. I know that's a one-way street by which to come out is very hard. And I also know that maybe right now he's feeling very vulnerable and sensitive and all that, but once he gets back to a little bit of strength, his ego, his madness will all come back. And I'm the person who, if you disrespect me, I can't. Because I've never disrespected my mentors. Never, ever, ever. So I know that if you can disrespect once, you can disrespect again. So sadly, I had to say no to him. And I just told him, I'm sorry, but it's not going to work out. He tried again. He said he'll double the fees, he'll this, he'll that. But it was a no. And I've not heard from him ever since. I'm aware of his social media. I've seen it. And now the posting is not very regular. And I can clearly make out he's not happy, he's breaking. So what am I trying to tell you through this video after sharing with you all this? See, relationships now, whether it's a boy or girl, whether it's love, whether it's mentor mentee, you have to really protect it. It's like a baby, it's like glass, it's like a egg. Once you crack it now, you can't put a tape, man. You can't put super glue on it. It's like trust, once you break it now. Maybe there are some people who are ready to give second chances, like you might say Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Or those are one of very rare cases of relationships that were very close, then broke up, then after a 10-year gap, they came back again. It's very rare. For him, just as his ego, his muscles, his money, his success grew, he grew and he changed. That is why if you see many people, if you meet them after 10, 20 years, they are no longer the same person. People change. And for me, I've reached a point and stage in my life. If once I break up with you, it's like a dog vomits. You don't go back to the vomit. It's a very biblical saying. You can check it. It's, I think, in the book of Proverbs. It's like you vomit, the dog vomits it out, and then the dog goes back to sniff and see if he can eat the vomit. I've seen dogs who actually do that. It's a disgusting thing. Once you vomit and puke something out, don't put it back into your system. I'm not saying he's vomit, or I'm not trying to imply that, but once after it's done, it's done. You just move on. If you go back now, it's like taking steps backward, and you'll always have complications, issues, and they'll dig up the past and they'll say, you are like this, or don't talk. So just for a little bit extra money, I didn't want to take up headache that I couldn't control, or a personality that I knew that was out of control. For me, deep down, I really feel bad. I really feel bad because I saw him as a young boy. I'm not saying that his life is destroyed, gloom and doom. I know that he will eventually succeed. But when, I do not know. And how, I have no idea. You can only change if you change every single thing. Your environment, your lifestyle, like me. I changed completely only after I left that country. I left the friends, I left society, I left everything. And yes, I took on new responsibilities, assignments, and roles. So overall, what I want to just conclude by saying is, if you genuinely want to make a change in your life, everything has to change. But more than that, I think with him, the 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 lesson learned is think twice before you burn bridges. Sometimes, success and money and all that may go to your head, but life is more about than just money, than just success. There are emotional sides, there are physical aspects to your life, there are So many other areas. And if one of those areas, like let's say the loved one, your loved one has left you, I mean, that also does affect you. Let's say your health, you're not able to breathe properly, or your heart has stopped functioning. That'll affect your work, everything else. Or let's say you have a massive temper issue and all that. Even if you have all the talent in the world, people will not want to work with you, man. He realized my value only after going through a lot of failures. He had a lot of fake friends, fake relationships, fake girls, fake people praising him. And he realized, oh, the guy was rough with me, tough with me, whom I thought was equal to me, is actually like a father figure. I do not know what is his relationship with his dad and where it is going right now. But anyway, this is what the story is. And I sincerely hope he gets out of the shit that he's in. But having known him and the lifestyle that he lives, I don't think it's going to happen. So if there's a moral of the story that I can leave you with is don't burn bridges, especially with people whom have been your like guru, your mentor, your someone who has really helped you become who you are. Don't forget your roots. Don't let success get you ahead. Don't let money get you ahead. Don't let your friends or people who guide you the wrong way get to you. You may never get back what you once have. I feel bad for him. That's all I can leave you with. Because I saw him as a small boy. And it's sad to see all that talent, all that potential just get destroyed. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. And yeah, let me know, what do you think? What do you think is the solution? What would you do if you're in my place? All right. You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.